guess the time has come for me to explain to you. I won't be going back to the life I knew. I'm being called out of the world.
Perfect start to our time together.
Maybe we dive into today's lesson. The early lessons are so powerful. If we get the early lessons, we don't have to study the course anymore. But today, I guess it's lesson 7.
I see only the past. This idea is particularly difficult to believe at first. Yet it is the rationale for all of the preceding ones. It is the reason why nothing that you see means anything. It is the reason why you have given everything you see all the meaning that it has for you. It is the reason why you do not understand anything you see. It is the reason why your thoughts do not mean anything and why they are like the things you see. It is the reason why you are never upset for the reason you think. It is the reason why you are upset because you see something that is not there. So again, today's lesson, I see only the past, is the reason for all of these things. Old ideas about time are very difficult to change because everything you believe is rooted in time and depends on your not learning these new ideas about it. Yet that is precisely why you need new ideas about time. This first time idea is not really so strange as it may sound at first. Look at a cup, for example. You can look at Jenny's cup. Do you see a cup, or are you merely reviewing your past experiences of picking up a cup, being thirsty, drinking from a cup, feeling the rim of a cup against your lips, having breakfast, and so on? Are not your aesthetic reactions to the cup too based on past experiences? How else would you know whether or not this kind of cup will break if you drop it? What do you know about this cup except what you learned in the past? You would have no idea what this cup is except for your past learning. Do you then really see it?
This is why old ideas about time are very difficult to change. If you look at a cup, there is a ton of associations of knowing what it is and what it is used for. Can you see, like, you probably do this with everything? Not probably. We do this with everything we see with our eyes. Everything comes from past learning. I had an experience once of a glimpse that lasted for quite a while, for some weeks. And this glimpse of truth beyond form, where I joined in mind in such a powerful way that I was beyond, or form didn't really exist. I was in this place of light and joy, simplicity, spirit. It was just spirit. I was speaking words, but it was just spirit. It was the most natural thing. It was just spirit's voice. I didn't need to think. I was just in this peaceful place, very light. And in that place, I invited the ego to come up to awareness. So I said, okay, whatever is left, let it come up. And then the rebel came up. It was like a rebel inside that arose. And it was very triumphant and very kind of righteous. And I saw a table, I saw a piece of furniture, and I had not seen it when I was in this light place. It didn't matter. Matter didn't matter. Matter didn't really exist in that state of mind. But as this rebelliousness arose, there was this I know kind of feeling and this separation feeling. And I wanted to win. I wanted to be right. And I pointed at the table and I said to David, David, this table is real because I can see it and I can touch it. And he calmly just said, it's a matter of time, he said. It's a matter of time. And it comes to mind when we read this lesson, because he brings in time. He says old ideas about time are hard to change. Everything you believe is rooted in time and depends on you. You're not learning these new ideas about it. Time and space are one illusion. Time and form are one illusion. That's why David said it's a matter of time. For me, it meant two things. It meant it seems to be a matter of time until I'm back in the light. But the table is a matter of time. It's a matter that is only experienced in time. That's what matter is. There is no matter in matter. It's only space. So somehow the mind makes up matter. Even the body is a concrete form of fear. That's why we're encouraged to look at our fear. And we will actually literally undo the belief that we are a body when we look at our fears. And this is an inside job. We have the power in our mind to change. This is why we want to spend our time doing only this inner work, this mind watching. So he says we just review the past when we connect with something, a car, a carpet, even another person. We made up an ego for each other person as well as for ourselves. Somehow the ego feels safe if we think we know what something is. If we label it and box it in. But the ego is also very bored by that. It doesn't like its own invention. So it's great. It's great to question conclusions and concepts. And it's beautiful because spirit can work with our minds when we're willing to question everything. Big shifts will happen. It's inevitable. And it's a course in miracles, so we're actually entitled to live in miracles, experience miracles every day. Every day should be given over to miracles. And a miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love. So it's a shift from the old into a present state. So that is why it's very efficient to invite Holy Spirit into our beliefs to release them. So why don't we dive in here and see if you have some beliefs you would like to put on the altar, and we can join with you around anything. releasing birthdays. I think it's today.
Yeah, it's today. I'm releasing.
Did somebody show up?
A lot of people showed up, and a couple of central people have not, and I'm just watching the attraction to being a victim. It's so intense. It's like I can feel, like I'm just watching it. It's like the desire to be right, that I was unfairly treated. I can feel it. It's very strong. It seems very attractive. I can even kind of get the beliefs. And then we just need to choose again, right? It's like we just need to be willing to be wrong about that. Is that so? I mean, I get the mechanics of forgiveness, whatever, like on some procedural level and this and that. It's like, so this feels like very charged.
Mhm.
But I'm watching it. I don't feel like I'm in the charge. I'm just watching how the temptation, it's so strong. It's like it wants to grab me. So all I need is to be willing to be wrong about it. What's the step?
Yeah, I mean, the step is I would just invite the Holy Spirit.
Uh-huh.
And then you may experience such love for those two people.
Right.
I'm actually thinking of Groundhog Day, because we recently did,
Uh-huh.
and how he tried so hard. He just tried so hard, to release Groundhog Day, to get out of there. But he did it the wrong way. He perpetuated it because he
Right.
tried so hard, and he had outcomes. He tried to be angry, and he tried to do the right thing, but with an ulterior motive.
Mhm.
And even then at the end, when he realized that he loved her, first he tried to get her, and he couldn't get her then. Like she didn't want that. She didn't want to be taken, So only when he released even that and was just present, and he was lovely and loving, but had no expectation. So it's really about releasing expectation. And then they had this beautiful time together, and he experienced love for the first time.
Mm.
Real love. So it's really about not wanting people, like.
Yeah. It's so interesting because as I'm watching, I'm also seeing all the specialness, the special love, the special hate, just all the stuff, right? And it's like, and I'm feeling like these two friends of mine are giving me a better birthday present than any of the people that said happy birthday, because it's like they're really giving me the opportunity to let go of this darkness, and it's what I want the most.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like it's that simple place of like, whose voice are we listening to? It's like I can feel the ego is like, oh, it's so crazy. It's funny, I'm laughing, it's like I'm not taking it so seriously, but it's very impactful. It creates a lot of sensations and it just creates a lot of drama, the drama of the body or whatever. Yeah, I can feel like you have to want God. It's like I can feel it's like what you have to want, you have to put the thing you want first, because whatever you put first is what you're going to get.
That's it. Yeah.
And I can really see it, and it seems hard with all that temptation. It seems hard to choose again. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe, okay, I'm choosing again. Maybe I'm wanting a result. I'm wanting a result. Oh, I'm choosing again. So I want to be instantly free from the ego, or there's a looking for, there's an idea that once the Holy Spirit comes in and helps whatever, that there's gonna be some kind of instant change. And if there isn't, I judge that, you know. So I think there's something I need to let go of right there, you know.
Yeah, but there is an instant change in terms of your experience when you invite the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I'm thinking of this beyond all idols, that it's seek not outside yourself. It says each idol that you worship when God calls will never answer in his place. You know, so God calls all the time. There is no other answer you can substitute and find the happiness his answer brings. Seek not outside yourself.
Mm.
And it's not really outside yourself in terms of the body, you know, it's the mind.
Mm.
So some form of peace would be there if the Holy Spirit is in your experience.
Okay, I'm going to look into that. So helpful. Thank you. This is just wonderful. Thank you.
And what a birthday gift did you hear with us?
I mean, I feel like, I mean, I was always planning in the loose plan of, you know, linear time to come here on my birthday. Like that felt like the most exciting birthday event. So I'm pretty psyched.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's why I had a piece of cake before we started.
Ah, yay.
We love just being here in presence together. Just using every moment. What is joining. And sometimes we do altar sessions where it doesn't have to be super interactive. You just say a few words. If you want to put something on the altar that is bothering you or disturbing your peace of mind. Like when Jesus says, I'm so close to you, we cannot fail. I'm so close to you, we cannot fail. And he really, really means it. He wants us to get it. He wants us to experience it. And he says somewhere else, failure is all about you when you look for goals that cannot be achieved. He says that too. Like, it's not like God is offering failure. It's just that when we seek in the wrong place, we will fail. So to give over anything and everything is really the way to experience his presence, that closeness. And we do encourage you to share if something is feeling tricky right now.
It's good to see you. It's been a few weeks that I've been, not even months, that I've been praying and give over this deep belief in betrayal. And it doesn't seem to lift so much, only for periods. And now I feel like I'm failing in giving it over, you know, whatever it means, like in praying, like I must not find the right way, or because it takes time, like it seems to take too much time in my judgments that I don't trust, and I love her, and sometimes I feel this expansion of the heart that the dreamer. It's like sometimes I experience the dreamer. So it's like, oh, there's nothing, and then it comes back, and so I'm oscillating with what I do wrong. Do I do something wrong, or
Like today's lesson, the ideas about time. So when you're in this sad place of feeling betrayed, feeling like you lost something, there are some past beliefs like you actually forgot. When you feel this higher place, oh, how much you love her, you forgot something. When you're sad, you think something has been taken away from you. I mean, you're pretty sure.
and I think it's gonna repeat in the future. So I'm on guard. I closed up. I locked the door of my room when I left because I'm awake. Because things have disappeared in my room, and it's not the things, it's just I don't trust her anymore. So it's like it's like my mind is finding things to prove, or that she's up to no good. She doesn't like me, and therefore she's gonna blah blah blah, the story goes. So I'm forgetting her innocence and my innocence. But it's so convincing, like it seems so real.
There's truly nothing real can be threatened. I like this. There's nothing is ever lost but time, which in the end is meaningless. For it is but a little hindrance to eternity, quite meaningless to the real teacher of the world. Yet since you do believe in it, why should you waste it, going nowhere, when it can be used to reach a goal as high as learning can achieve? Yeah, I like that logic. I like divine logic. Since you do believe in time, why should you waste it, going nowhere, when it can be used to reach a goal as high as learning can achieve? Think not the way to heaven's gate is difficult at all. Nothing you undertake with certain purpose and high resolve and a happy confidence, holding your brother's hand and keeping step to heaven's song is difficult to do. So this joining again, to come back to the innocence. And she's really offering you an opportunity to release some obstacles to innocence.
Thank you. So I can really, I don't know why I need to voice this, but I guess it's to hear it. I can see her as innocent again, right?
Yeah.
It's okay, it's safe.
It's safe. Yeah, it's safer than the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, release the idea that you should have been betrayed.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mm.
I'm scared. There's lots of fear coming up.
Yeah, just stay connected and inside. And if you need to name it, you need to name that fear.
I'm scared that she will hurt me. I'm scared of being used and undermined.
What is that part of you that isn't the Christ? What is that part of you that could be hurt again?
It's that clinging that feels always unsafe anyways. It's that clinging onto little things of the world, seeming safety. That's what I see now. And there's something that just lifted right now, so thank you.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Spirit and Jenny, and everyone.
Yeah, there's just so much love or joy or light. It's really an endless resource of this. It's hard to put it into words. Does anyone else want to lift up anything? Anything is fine. Put on the altar. It's better on the altar than in your mind. Better to get rid of it.
Hi, everyone. I'm scared. So let's put this on the altar first thing.
Yeah.
And why are we so afraid? I don't know. There's always so much resistance. Ego doesn't want me to speak, and I always think that it's gonna go away, and I can express myself easier. The resistance is so big. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna start with something. Yesterday, I've done something I've been resisting for around 20 years. I went and bought the Course in Miracle in French. And this is a huge deal because over 15 years, I've had the guidance of creating a Course in Miracle in French. And I'm not doing it. Again, around 15 years ago, perhaps some of you will know him, but I met Laurent Lévy.
Yeah.
And when I met him, I knew right away, but I always said no, no, no. And I'm still, I don't know, I'm so afraid. I'm so ashamed. There is this shame. And of course, I really believe it's from my childhood, but I'm so ashamed of that my first language is French. With the help of Holy Spirit, I would like to start a French community if people will, but I cannot do it by myself.
This feels really good. Feels really good.
Yeah, and also I feel like in Canada, again, I was in Ottawa for a long time, and I don't know what is the reason I'm not, but I know there's quite a big community of A Course in Miracle, and there's a lot of French-speaking people. Like here, like there is barely nobody that speaks English anyway. So yeah, so I'm putting this on the altar. So I don't know what's next. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So if somebody wants to reach out, or I don't have a clue, guys.
Well, it seems like you have quite a big clue. And you have the name of a person, and you have the guidance. On my first tour with David, we went to southern France. Laurent came driving from Paris down to Toulon, where we were in a cab, in a car without roof. And he was so beautiful and handsome.
Yeah.
And I got to sit next to him. He had this big smile, and it was just amazing. We just had such a good time.
Yeah, he's really good looking. So yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just putting it on the altar, and let's see what happened.
Oh, it feels so good when that you have started. You have said yes somehow by buying the course, and you open.
Yeah, it's so funny because you know, like I was just reading the lesson, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so different. I know it so well in English, and then you read this, and what the heck does this mean?
In my experience, Spirit uses language in awakening. He says changes are always helpful, and a change of language can really shake the mind up, you know.
Yeah.
Get it on another level, and yeah, it's nice.
You know, I was reading the lesson yesterday. I bought it yesterday. I am upset because I see something that is not there. And then I went and I said, oh my gosh. And I'm not kidding. It's such a different perception. I'm like, what this is? And oh, like, I guess it's because I'm so used of speaking English. I don't know. It's yeah.
Right above your head on our screen is Julie from there. all blessings to you on this, to take your steps. Yeah.
Love you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just feel like Spirit's activating. Spirit's activating you, Patricia. Spirit's activating all of us if we're open to feeling the call. Any last takers or givers?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found myself sitting very uneasy after the last two shares, after a blissful time. I just want to quickly expose this deep pattern, which I tend to dismiss intellectually, but it's not really going away. And it's this, I'm totally convinced people, when I come close to people, they want something from me. And so I stay away. And I don't know what it is I think they want from me. It's just too automatic. I used to think I know, but now I don't know. And so it's showing up at the moment. It's like to sell the house, I'm told I need to do a lot of work, and it's a complete standstill. My control is I don't want anyone in my immediate environment. It's like I want my environment nice and clean, and I want a lot of space around me. And the thing that you said that made sense is releasing characters. So I think there's some characters maybe not released from my past who like came too close to me. I don't know. And in my imagination, it was too close. And I imagined them away just to be able to breathe and stay alive. And I think I still imagine the world like that, you know, no one around me, no one close to me, no one physically changing my environment. Like I don't want people who cook and make smell, and I don't want people who want to sit in my living room. It's like intense level of control. So yeah, I want to put that on the altar. I mean, I know David says we think people want something from us when the world wants something from us when we want something from the world. But that's too metaphysical. It's not hitting in the heart. It's not getting me in touch with the intense desire for control, controlling my environment and my physical space. So that's, yeah, just giving all that to Holy Spirit. It's been coming along slowly, but I think I need to open out completely. And it's purely by how do I feel? Because, yeah, thinking about it hasn't helped me. Resolving it metaphysically, intellectually hasn't helped me. I end up needing a lot of space and a lot of control.
I think it is connected, you know, the fear of selling your house, all the complications that you just shared about are just kind of symbols of that fear of losing control, fear of taking steps,
Yeah,
fear of losing the safe space.
yeah,
Big quote marks on that, you know. Yeah.
false sense of security in my house, according to my requirements.
So what is helpful is guided steps, step by step, to ask and follow what is the next step, and follow it. That's going to be very, very helpful, to trust it and follow it one step at a time. Because there is a real unwinding that wants to happen of this, and I hear your willingness, I hear your fear, but there is the willingness.
Yes, yeah, I think they're equally unopposed. So the stuckness, so much so I don't actually know what the guidance is. I want, and I'm afraid. I'm in a standstill, and it's a familiar place, by the way, with all relationships. I want and I'm afraid, and it's been like that for decades. And it's very tedious. The pattern is very deep.
But keep asking too, what is there to lose? What can there be to lose, really? And then realize too, where is space? Where is freedom? You know, there must be within, you know, and whatever images the ego has made that are fearful about the present or the future, it is not true. So to take steps feels really good, to remove what has become stagnant, to give that over, let Spirit work with it, Spirit take care of it.
Yeah, I feel a lot of fear arising when you say, what did you say? Like, what have I got to lose? And I'm like, oh, quite a lot. It's physical closeness. And this morning I saw that the whole world is nothing. It's like nothing. The body is nothing. It's just an image. And yet, just hearing the words from you, I feel the fear. Just absolutely maddening. I'm sure something will come out just from this conversation because I'm really afraid right now. It's crazy. Say you guys feel, and so be it. Just go through it. But that's what I'm not allowing myself, to go through the fear as if it's going to kill me or do something harmful. Yeah, it's the threat of fear itself. And I think this is the first time I see this, actually. The fear of feeling fear. You know, it's been standing there as if fear is real, you know, like the real stranger in my life. So yeah, thank you, that's helpful. I'll definitely challenge it now.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for raising your hand.
The ego character in the Thaw.
Star Trek?
Yeah, Star Trek, the Thaw. There's the ego character, and he says the only thing you have to fear is fear itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm afraid of fear and getting through it. Yeah, I'll stop there.
Thank you. Well, you're held in safe hands.
Yeah, I'll be thinking of you. Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us here tonight, tonight.
Yeah. You're all held in safe hands.
Yeah. God's hands. Love you all.
Yeah. So much love.